You're like, he needs to come over here and deal with us. Deal with one Southsider at a time. This vato, Julio, had no idea who you were, bro. And I think you're just hurt that this vato didn't know who you were. We're not checked in with all you guys down there, bro. We're doing our own thing up here in the Bay. And you said you were open to work with Goldtoes. We didn't check in with you, go on a campaign and try to cancel us. You can't cancel what God created, my boy. You cannot cancel what God created. What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho1 of the Pocho Live podcast. Today, who we talking about? Bozo. Not Bozo the clown. Bozo the rapper out of Pico Nuevo, Southeast Los Angeles. Shout out to Uptown Whittier. I used to do a lot of partying. Anyway, man, Bozo, what's going on, my boy? What is going on, bro? I know you just came out with Southside logo. Shout out to your album. Probably some couple good songs. I didn't have any time to look at your album because I've been dealing with the drama that you're creating throughout the community, for your own self-righteous feelings, which is hilarious, bro. What I'm doing today is responding, not reacting, responding to Bozo bringing me up again. We've already done this before, Bozo. I don't know why we're having to do this again, but we are here, bro. So when I was watching Cam Capone and I was just watching how passionately you contradicted yourself, how every time you would say something, the next sentence would literally contradict yourself. You'd be talking about how the North is talking about you, which is not you, but us. In my whole life, bro, I've never heard a Northern rapper bring Bozo up. Never. But I see you on your lives bringing me up, bringing Goldtoes up, bringing everybody. And then half the South Side that you're always talking about all this pride, bro, all this South Side pride, but you be disrespecting half the Southsiders. And you know what I was just noticing, bro? Because we're gonna get to this shocking reason why Bozo has no love for my boy Goldtoes, who's doing big things. It's coming. It's a shocking reason. I can't believe it, bro. I don't know what's going on with these gangster Karens, but this has nothing to do with Southside. This just has to do with rappers who are just, I don't know, in their feelings, uncomfortable, are not used to, are stuck in the past, are stuck in the 90s. You feel me? Let me walk you through this story real quick. So I'm going through it, a little YouTube boom, Cam Capone. Shout out to Cam Capone and everything he's doing. I heard he was a real one in the streets, actually, and then now he's a real one in the media space. So shout out to you, my brother. I hope you salute to you. I heard good things about you. Listen, see, I can give LA Icon a compliment behind closed doors. LA Icon said you were a real one. That was a compliment. So look at, see, I'm even letting little compliments out there, the little truths. Because look at, you might not feel how I do it, how I do my thing. I am bringing my truth. And check it out. I even brought a beginner's Bible. You feel me? I'm not the most religious dude, you feel me? So, I be reading this to my daughter. If you guys ever want a Bible that's kind of something that's easy to understand, this even helps me understand the Bible. And on the Bible, everything I'm saying is facts and truths. You feel me? Bozo, can you say the same? So watch me flow and listen to these facts of life. Children's Bible, because I'm dealing with children, bro. I have never seen, in business, you want to network, you want to say yes, you want to meet new people. I have never seen these vatos, these gangster Karens trying to tell the young people to not work with other people, to stay in your city. Bozo's just straight contradicting himself. One thing after another. He says, oh, the North is always talking about us. They want to be us, this and that. Bro, you're like the most well-known artist for not being good at rapping, but being really, really knowing about the North, really not knowing about the North. I mean, every interview, I was looking through it. I don't think that there's an interview, bro, where you haven't brought up the North. I just wanted to know, does your homeboys ever question you? Like, bro, why are you so caught up in the North? Did somebody just ring your bell, bro? Did somebody just did somebody get you, dog, or something? Like, why, bro? I was watching it, bro. Watching it while you try to act like this Aztec warrior, bro. But you're not, homie. Aztec warriors don't tell young people not to interact with people from portion of the state. You're always talking about the South Side pride, but then you're over here refining and redefining and they call it when you're trying to refine somebody, make them perfect. You're like a gangster Karen, bro. And then you know what I was noticing about you, bro? Is you be picking on people that can't stick up for themselves at the level that you're at or aren't as big as you. You're dealing with Crook, you're dealing with the CNG kid. You're over here checking kids, bro. The first time you finally stood up to somebody your size with G-Face. And I don't even want to get into the whole G-Face and you thing. But I saw what you said about Goldtoes, bro. I saw what you said about me. And you're wrong, homie. And in this video, we're going to talk about it. Because I started to think to myself. And I was asking another homie, why is this fool so caught up about the North, homie? And I forgot about this story that I'm about to tell. Shout out to the homie that reminded me about it. The funny part about this is the person I was talking to was a Southsider, and he was laughing about why you're really mad at Goldtoes. Why you're really mad at me? I didn't even understand it, bro, until this. So everybody, go check out Cam Capone's interview. In this video, I'm gonna talk about some of the things you said, bro, and show you how you're a contradiction. You know, again, I'm exposing these studio gangsters, bro. I exposed Lefty for wanting, being mad at the North and getting all his in his feelings for Rico not wanting to music video with him or a song with him, and you could see on how he hated on me on the hater world, bro. You could see how he was all in his feelings and crashing out. That just shows you that it was true, that he was following Rico, but Rico wasn't following him anymore. That he started to follow Rico. It started like that too. He started to have to break it down, bro. And you could tell when he didn't want to break it down, he would squirm out of the question. That's the only good thing that Playboy did in that interview, was check him about being cool with all of this. He just unfollowed me. I haven't been following him for hella long. That Bozo always is the main person talking about the North, and then he doesn't know. I've never seen him up here. I've never seen pictures of him. He talks about that he's been up here, and he talks about there's a war, that we're up there and they're down here. They're not down here, bro. Understand economics. People migrate north for better jobs because it's better up here, bro, because there's more economics. I live in the Sonoma County wine country. There's hella class out here because we're getting money out here, dog. Or you guys are all stuck on top of each other. So don't talk about things you don't know about. It makes you sound retarded. I want to read you. I'm gonna read you what one of your fans said about you, bro. It's on my Instagram, official_Pocho1. She said, I never listened to his music, but before all this started, I listened to one of his interviews. So look it again, your music's not good enough for people because most people don't relate to some big old cholote trying to bring back a pastime, bro. I'm trying to remember how old you are, bro. Make sure you were even in these times with us, because you were rapping in 03, you know what I mean, right? 06 or something. All right. So you weren't gangbang, you were rap back then, 20 years ago. Let me do it again, actually. I never listened to his music, but before I started, I listened to one of his interviews, one of the Blockout podcasts. I was on there with LA Icon. Shout out to Lighter Shade of Brown and that beautiful lady that works co-host there, and she's a really good co-host. I was a little inspired because he seemed to be about change and doing more for the community and stuff. Now, since all this popped off, I can't even take him serious. And another guy said, can't stand this dude. He is the one that keeps bringing up the norteños, but I think he does it for views. His music doesn't sell. I swear he thinks he's so high power. The thing with you, bro, is that people don't relate to this, and they don't relate to you. You're over here talking about the community, but I've never seen you like in the community like me. I'm a well-known person in communities. I've been in communities across the country, all over LA. I've been all places in LA that you probably don't even know the community like that, but I do. I'm doing the things that you talk about because I know you don't have the time to be running around because you're already refining the South Side, acting like you're the guy for the South Side. And at one time, me and Goldtoes thought you were. This shows us definitely a little sneak peek at Swifty Blue has better music than you, and you're not the one to check in with. So I'm watching this interview and he's just over here hating on people, bro. He can't be wrong, he can't be wrong. So back a couple years ago, around the pandemic time, or like around that period, a little bit after that, GT was doing a cypher in Los Angeles. It was dope and it was cracking, and go check it out. Just put in YouTube GT cypher Los Angeles takeover, you feel me? And it was this dope thing of a cypher from people from LA, people from the Bay, people from Bakersfield, and people from Houston, all GT artists and people that were just like GT was like, working with and just being cool with, because not everybody that's signed to the district, like this is how dope Goldtoes is, bro. Not everybody that's signed to GT, you don't have to be signed to GT to still get in on things, you know what I mean? It's cool. If it makes sense, it makes sense. And that's what he does. He makes things make sense, bro. It's amazing that this fool gets hated on. I know, like Goldtoes, he don't even trip on it. I talk to him, he thinks it's funny. Bozo's a clown, right? He's entertaining. So I just think that a lot of us think it's entertaining, but I'm the one that I'm your Huckleberry baby. I mean, like all my homeboys, they're too good to be dealing with you, bro. But I'm not. I'm right here with you, dog. I'm right here. Don't trip. Every time you talk, you respond. You talk so much about us, bro, that I'm gonna wait. Maybe let's say I'm gonna wait 4 times. I'm gonna wait 4 times every time you talk. You talk once, I'm gonna talk 4 times. 1 time you talk, 2 times you talk, 3 times you talk, 4 times you talk. Then I'll respond because you talk about it so much, bro. I got other things to do. It must really, really be horrible to like not be known for your music that you're pushing, but for what you say and how disrespectful you are, masking it in respect. It is absolutely mind-boggling that people buy into this and that I even bought into it. And all I had was positive intentions for you, bro. And you've been nothing but generally disrespectful. In the beginning, you were respectful, but it was kind of like cynical. It was kind of like passive-aggressive, gangster Karen stuff. It's kind of like gabachos, like white people when they're trying to be cool with you just because they're kind of like don't know what you are. So anyway, we're having a digital cipher in LA. Check it out. At the same time, we have a cipher. We do a music video. We go to the studio in Hollywood. From Hollywood, me and I finally talk Goldtoes because despite what all y'all think it's a conspiracy. Ask Goldtoes anytime on his lives, anywhere. Who was the one that pushing you and pushing you to do podcasts? He didn't want to do podcasts, people. He did not want to do it, bro. He's never been the guy to be in the front lines. He understands the industry and he kind of understands that this stuff happens. But at the same time, I say, Goldtoes, when you stand next to anybody, are they wetter than you? No pause. I hate that word pause. Stop saying pause, bro. Stand for what you say. If you're saying pause all the time, that means you're a suspect. I stand behind everything I say. So I asked them, you're cooler than everybody you stand next to. Burner, you're cooler than Burner, respectfully. Than all the rappers, you're cooler than them. Right? You started rapping because they didn't know how to hustle and be rappers. You're the one, bro. You're the one to unite our people. Not on some cheesy, he's treating. Do you think as grown men, we even really care about like that anymore? We escaped it, right? I moved to LA. He moved to Texas, if that's what you want to. If we're so into like escaping things, even though both of us go back or live in he goes back to San Francisco, I live in my community, bro. You're the one to get this thing where we can at least break this barrier of gang politics, bro. And I didn't say it like that to him, and he was just like, he's very humble. People don't know he's very humble, dog. You got to meet Julio. He's chill. He's not even on that. He's just trying to make things make sense. The number one thing, and I always say that he told me, is just be nice in this industry, and you'll go a long way. And I'm trying toes, but man, I can't be nice to these bozos. We got this mic drop. We're all over in LA enjoying ourselves. We're with Southsiders that are there. Again, this whole time, if you're worried about history and all this, Bozo, we already made history. It's over. Sorry to spoil, your little sour little milk face, homie, but it's over. We've already kicked it. I've already done multiple interviews and content with legitimate Southsiders from legitimate LA proper neighborhoods, i.e. San Fernando, Orange County, San Diego, all that, 805. Shout out. You feel me? Fools that really stand for something. I lived in LA for 15 years for fools that really stood for something. That's why I'm still pretty. I actually just cut my head, but I'm still pretty, homie. I wouldn't. How did I get back from LA still looking like this at this age? I think I'm older than you, but I look younger than you. How does that work? It's this way that you're living, homie. You got to figure it out, bro. You think you're like Zapata, Pancho Villa, Madonna together, probably everybody, Prince and Michael Jackson or something. You think you're everybody. The Southside logo. Bro, almost every Southside rapper can out rap you, and but you sound like funniest little goofball in your rap songs. Don't get me started on your music. I didn't even want to go in and break you off like I'm about to break you off and father you like a father left. Shout out to the Southside. It has nothing to do. These are just rappers that think they're too high and mighty, trying to what is it? Fly too close to the sun, but you're getting burned. The sun's supposed to warm you, not burn you. But you vatos think you're bigger than the sun, but you're not. You're not bigger than the sun. You're throwing rocks at the sun, and you're gonna lose, homeboy, because the truth is on my side. The truth is on God's side, and what you're saying is lies, homie. You're speaking words of the devil. You're the devil. You're the devil. You speak like the devil. I speak like Jesus. You will lose. I will be prosperous. But now I remember, after talking to this other Southside homie about why you're so in your feelings, because we didn't check in with you. What an ego, bro. You're always over here talking about men's egos and alpha male this, bro. You literally live the way you're hating on people. You're hating on people the way they're living, but that's you. So you're self-loathing. Hopefully you learned that in prison in the 10 years you did. When you weren't doing 10 years, I was smashing females all over LA. I was going to college. I was getting master's degrees. I was traveling the world. So don't tell me there's nothing you can say that you're going to be able to compete with what I've done, what I've seen, and how I feel. And you're not going to like scare me. People from our period of time are unbreakable, homie. You can't break me. You're only going to make me more popular because you're my biggest fan. You're my biggest fan. Bozo. Oh, another thing. In your whole life, you better never wear your mother's glasses again to a dope-ass interview. Cam Capone deserves better than that. Hey, I'm sorry, Cam Capone. You deserve a vato with real Ray-Bans on, homie. What real men wear. You were wearing your step-grandma's freaking sweat guys. You know what I mean? White sweat guys' mom's glasses, bro, from Florida or something. They had like a little ding ding. Do you ever notice his fashion style is never working? He tries to do something from the 90s, but then do something new and it just never works for you, bro. So just give it up. You don't know how to dress, you don't know how to rap, you don't know how to act, and we're about to press you. But anytime we will come down with them 100 turkeys. And on the Cam Capone interview, real quick, he's talking about how there's no motion up there and how they need to come down here and this and that, and how we need LA and we need this, bro. Chicano rap, the reason why Chicano rap died and never went anywhere is because people like you. Why do you think people don't want to be around you or be at shows with you? Or because you're thinking like how it was. You were trying to tell Cam Capone that it's better now than it used to be. There's more fun. You guys are known for being comadres now. Nobody can keep track of how many dramas you guys are all in. I mean, it's like a Venn diagram from hell, bro. It's like this guy hates this guy for this no reason. This guy, and none of them meet. None of them actually catch fades. None of them do anything but just create content. It's amazing, but it is entertaining. When you go on to your ancestors, you're going to be known as a clown. I'm going to be known as a man. We are definitely different. I'm a champion. You try to like create all these things. We're not coming down here to hang out. I came down here to go to college, bro. I came out here to get a master's degree, something you will never do because you don't, that big ass head of you got a little brain. That's something you can't do. You won't do. You'll never experience how it feels to walk on a stage. I'm a master's of arts 2 times. I have 2 master's degrees. Ain't nobody you know ever done that. We are different. You talk about being proud to go to prison, bro. You should not be proud. You should be ashamed, or at least not try to act like it's the thing to do. This whole thing, you all, of thinking, I just want you guys to know you get no points for getting caught. I don't respect anybody that went to prison. I respect you if you got out and you started handling your business, but going to prison, that just means you got caught. I was growing up in a time, and respectfully, I was managed to not get caught for the same things all my homeboys were getting caught for, because I had a plan and I did things usually by myself because people didn't really know how sick I was. And Bozo, you think that I'm not legitimate, I don't have a presence, but I have space and presence in your life. You think and speak on me often. You are defined by us. That's the reason the food community doesn't want to mess. That's the reason why all these things are closing down to you, because it's over, homie. We don't want it. Who wants to deal with the awkward guy trying to be tough, bro, in his 40s? Trying to be tough in your 40s? Are you kidding me? Just give it up, bro. Your music's not good and you're big for nothing, homie. Why haven't you smashed on any of these fools you checked? Tell me. Why haven't you met up with them, pulled up on them? All this weird goblin music you make, but you're not about that action. I think you should go mess your life up. Go get away from your family. You're preaching, you're helping people get separate from family, not come together through your music and how you interact and how you, that any kind of Latino leader would ever want to work with you, bro, on how you talk to people. My mother, who's the most well-known Chicana out here, would never have you in her circle. She only has real men, my 5 uncles. So come up here and talk to my 5 uncles and see real men break you down, baby, with their voice. And so this is the story of why this vato is so in his feelings that Goldtoes doesn't want to work with him. So we're doing the LA Cypher. It's going good. Boom. Again, I told you guys, Goldtoes didn't want to do the interview. The first interview he ever does is with Rhodium Radio. From there, he does American Cholo. I hook him up with that. I get no credit from that. But eventually I do get my credit. But I'm saying American Cholo, none of these fools ever shot me out for connecting them. And now he's all butthurt about that. But it's like, dude, my God, bro, you're going to get uncomfortable. American Cholo, you don't got to blame the whole North, just because certain things didn't work out. I don't blame the whole South just because I got hated on by these fools. You're too old to be blanket statement things, bro. I just feel like that's crazy. So then, bro, while we're doing that, I check in with this and I'm telling this guy, I'm starting to see Bozo too, just like other people, like, oh man, he has a voice. He's not afraid to use his voice. But I'm manipulated by it because I'm not really listening to all the things that he's saying. Some of the things he's saying is legit and some of it is, as you can tell, is just way out there, bro. You're not fooling anybody. I'm like, hey, but Toes, this fool seems authentic. He did 10 years in prison. He's a real one. And this is the time when Swifty Blue is blowing up. If the check-in started, his music, and Swifty Blue has good music. There's no way you're going to tell me that Swifty Blue's music's not good. It's probably some of the best Southside music to ever come out of Los Angeles. Top three for sure. You can say whatever you want about his antics, but Swifty Blue makes good music and he can really rap. And Goldtoes, this is the time when they're taking pictures and Swifty Blue's working with Goldtoes, and then there's Grifo working with Goldtoes. This is the time when Swifty Blue and Grifo go on live talking about, is Goldtoes a norteño or not? I mean, I remember thinking like, God, I can't believe these fools really care about this stuff. Like any other industry would be like, what are these people talking about? And especially publicly, but anyway, I digress. And I'm like, Toes, you gotta check in with this one. And he's like, oh, okay. He takes my suggestions, but Toes is like doing like a billion things, bro. So you have to really like pierce his armor when it comes to things. Like I had to tell him about podcasting like a whole year before he even did his first podcast. So I'm like, hey man, all these rappers are cool that you got in LA, but this is the one. Like basically, bro, this is why I get so annoyed at you, Bozo. If you ever watch this, which I know you will, is because I was advocating for you. I was saying don't check in with Swifty, even though his music is better. Check in with Bozo. He's more authentic. He's a more realer Southsider. He actually also has a brain power of seeing something bigger. And that's what always trips me out about you, bro. You speak so eloquently, but then you're so disrespectful for no reason. And Goldtoes is even like, yeah, I'll check in with him soon, but he's dealing with Swifty. And I think eventually, I think he might have found out maybe that Swifty and Bozo weren't going on. And look, this is what I'm talking about, Bozo. You're talking about being such a Southsider, but because you were conflicting with Julio's client, Swifty Blue is a client of Julio. He has to look out for his client's best interests. If there's somebody hating on him, he's not going to be able to do the best for him in terms of, say, he started working with you. I started talking to you about Goldtoes too, and you said you were open to work with Goldtoes. You said we could do something. I wanted to do shout out to Backyard Battles or fights. It's from Inglewood, California. I think there even some of them are Pacific Islanders. So we were going to have backyard brawls, I think, some music, because Toes was going to come back, bro, and we were going to check in with Bozo and do a whole event. Bozo was down to work with Goldtoes. He's doing all this like Lefty when he was down to work with Goldtoes. But just because we didn't circle back fast enough and we kind of had to deal with Swifty because we were already going with Swifty, this is the reason why Bozo is hurt, like Lefty is hurt, because we didn't work with him. We picked Swifty. Now, who acts like that? Females, bro. Females act like that. They be choosing. We didn't choose you, so you're going to go on a campaign and try to cancel us? You can't cancel what God created, my boy. You cannot cancel what God created. And from there on, bro, it was an epiphany. This just happened. I wasn't going to make no video. I don't want to deal with that dude. The reason I want to deal with Bozo is when Goldtoes was doing his thing with the homeboy from San Diego, and they were doing interviews on the Box Kev, they were doing interviews on there, and I just put like a little like good job, 4 of them or whatever, of course, and then Bozo was like, oh, you so happy you saved the day. He tried to troll me, bro, and trying to say like, and I was like, bro, history's already made, stop it. And we started going at it on the Box Kev thing, and I got out of my character the first time. I got a heat. I give him props, Bozo, you got me out of my character. And then I was like, hey, we can just run this. But then I was like, you know what, now hold on, I'm not gonna let this clown get me out of my character. I'm a man, he's a clown. So I blocked him. And people, sometimes you gotta block a Karen. You gotta block. You guys know about Karens. Well, watch out for these gangster Karens. Sometimes you have to block them. I unblocked you, bro, so you can get back at me. But I wasn't gonna keep crashing out. People, when you start to crash, if you need to block, if you need to do whatever you need to do, not to crash out on clowns, bro. You do your thing. You get no points for crashing out on a clown. I don't know what's going on. I guess he's hurt, bro. And again, at the full community, let's talk about the full community. When I was at the full community, I said, we got to have Bozo. And I told one, you can't be choosing. You got to be objective. You're the full community, my boy. You got to be objective. And he was like, nah, he's bad for the brand. He's disrespected us. He's not coming on. And I will give Icon props, bro. And then look, this is why I want you to see that I'm not lying about, because if I was lying, I wouldn't give these props. Icon said that Bozo should be up there too. He did not hate. He thought Bozo should be up. We both thought, and we thought it was, I knew that this wasn't going to work, homie, when me and Icon both voted to have Bozo on, but Rich Homie 1 trumped both of our votes with 1 vote and said, no, he's bad for the brand. And that's when I knew, oh, this isn't a partnership. Just you think that this is, that we're all working for you, homie, but I'll break you down. That's the Rich Homie 1. Out of those people, bro, I got more, not love, but I got more respect for LA Icon, regardless that if he kind of politicked me out of a job. But Rich Homie 1, that fool is petty, bro, just like Bozo. That's why they don't get along. Probably why me and Bozo don't get along. I'm petty too sometimes. Again, Bozo. So the first time when we were in LA, I tried to advocate you in both. I mean, this vato Julio had no idea who you were, bro. And I think you're just hurt that this vato didn't know who you were. We're not checked in with all you guys down there, bro. We're doing our own thing up here in the Bay and in Houston, and we're moving around LA. We're making things make sense, but we're not sitting on the internet worrying about you guys. That now that we have to, but I'm getting paid for this, so it works. We can do this all day, bro. Keep bringing up the North. You guys you and the hater world give us the best promo you could ever we could ever ask for. And all you do is make us look good in front of our people, and the people in the LA that don't like you in the South, they like us, and the people that like you, they're in a Bozolandia. I mean, I still think you're overall still a pretty savage little homeboy, dog. I mean, I feel like there's always a way back. We can get 100 turkeys and get it cracking, because I don't feel feel like you've said anything that's that crazy, but maybe I have. I don't know. It is what it is. But Bozo, you're just mad that we didn't check in with you and we checked in with Swifty Blue. I know it hurts, bro, but his music's better and he has a better look overall and he has a better fashion state. Swifty Blue has better fashion, better music. He seems to be a nicer guy, you know? So why wouldn't we go with that? That's what I'm trying to teach you all that are watching this. Music industry people like Goldtoes, like me, we're gonna go for the guy that has the music and the personality that's not trying to hate on people and trying to refine people. Like if you're always refining people, who wants to hang out with Killjoy? Who wants to hang out with the guy that's always trying to like clean everybody up? You know what I mean? Like even when I talk about things, I try not to like make it personal. I try to make it about the music. But you've been making this thing real personal. Talking about my hair. This is the Aztec regalia. The Aztec warriors wore this, bro, so they could honor their gods. And they put their hair up to honor their gods, to say, I'm in war. And they take their hair down when they come home to their lovers and their family. And this is roots to our culture and to our God. You're just mad because you probably can't even grow hair, bro. There's a very good chance that you're balding. I bet you can't grow your hair out like this. Not even close. This is a strong man's hair, homie. You get rooted like this. That's why you're all over the place, because your head's bald and it just slides and God can't see the antenna. I have an antenna showing to my God, like all of my ancestors before me. The Aztecs didn't have bald heads like that. Go check the record. The slaves had bald heads. The Aztec warriors had their hair strong like this. So don't talk to me about my hair, homie. So then just cut that down. My presence is everywhere. And the reason why you're always talking about me is because you can see the future, and I'm the future. You're the past. You look like the past and I look like the future, and you know it. Goldtoes looks like the future. He's doing the right thing. He doesn't have this whole, man, I want to take over treaties. Bro, he's a businessman. He's been doing this consistently, really in the mix. Really helping people, really putting people on, really adding value. Where have you added value? Where have you put people on? Imagine if Goldtoes started going around acting like you, hating on you. How would we even look at him? I've already told my homies and to my people that I'm gonna get out here and get on these foods if I need to, you know, and they're cool with it. But most of my people would never even entertain you clowns. But I'm your Huckleberry, my boy. I'm right here, so don't trip. I'm gonna always be right here, so we can keep doing this all day. I told the hater word, let's go back at it. We can get rich together. I ain't tripping. I can do this gossip all day, homie, because my gossip is the truth. Your gossip is gossip. You get on American Cholo, you get on every pad. If you were so gangster, Goldtoes has come down here again and again and again, and I've never seen you try to pull up on him. Why do you talk about it? Why don't you just go talk to him to his face? He has his number. You can get his number. It's easy. It's on the website. You can holler at him, but you're not about that. And so this is the true story, bro, because before that, you weren't really hating on us. You weren't talking like that. You know, you're like, you were warming up to it. Don't even lie. You were warming up to it. And you were open. You're like, he needs to come over here and deal with us. And we were thinking about it, bro, but we had to deal with one Southsider at a time. The problem is, bro, with your guys' politics, we come into and we're trying to help everybody, bro. At the food community, one of the reasons I left the food community, was happy to leave, was, bro, I came down there and I had no idea. When I was in LA, I was doing like La Santa Cecil, La Cafeteras, like a Chicano Batman, La Chamba, just different amazing artists. But they were like Chicano artists that had nothing to do with rap and gangs. I had no idea how divided you guys were. I was for everybody. Ask anybody that did those 120 interviews on Instagram in the pandemic, and about 90 of them, bro, 90 of them were Southsiders from Los Angeles or Southern California. I'm sorry. I'd say about 70 of them, but I'd say about 90 of the artists were from Southern California. But 60 or 70 Southside artists I've interviewed, bro. So stop the cap, bro. Goldtoes thinks it's entertaining, but at a certain point, bro, when is it over? When are you done, bro? We're never gonna stop coming down. He came down. He's gonna come down again. Shout to Bands. That's a real one from the Rose. Gonna knock down. We're just conducting business like grown-ups do. You think in the security company, when somebody hires me, they ask me if I'm in a gang or where I'm from? No, bro, they just make sure I have my legal documents and I'm ready to work. We're trying to work, and all your weird Southside podcasts and like blogs are always trying to make it more than what it is, throwing extras on it for no apparent reason, bro. It makes no sense, but just because. Why? They want views. But it doesn't matter, because me and Goldtoes and all these Southside collaborators are gonna blow up, bro, and we're gonna enjoy our families. We're gonna make great music, make great culture, and we're gonna laugh about all you guys sitting on the sidelines crying about a time that you guys were not even part of. And another thing, I'm paying the price for being one of the first to do do this. Not you, bro. You're not doing anything new. I want to be very clear. You, Lefty, that this whole camp, hater world, I want to make sure that you guys are keeping the same thing going. You're not creating something new. You're not doing anything that you should be necessarily that proud of. And historically, you got to read history. People that make history do things that are uncomfortable. The whole racism thing, Martin Luther King, he's remembered, Malcolm X for doing it a little harder, right? You're not going to be, you guys tell me about somebody in the 60s, in the 50s, in the 40s, a gossiper, a rapper, a singer that hated on other singers. They're not remembered. Just know you're not going to be remembered. They're going to remember the actual Bozo the clown because he was a clown and he actually made people laugh. You're making us laugh at you, not at your joke. And I thought you were a real one, homie. I advocated you. Look at this, bro. I advocated you with Goldtoes, working with Swift, and he was going to get to you, but because he didn't get to you fast enough, he didn't do it on your terms. You're going to go spend your whole life, your whole couple years worrying about what we're doing on our pages, on our story, even though you don't follow us, but you're on ours. That's some weird rainbow stuff, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself. Get off of our stories and get on your fucking your neighborhood, bro. Worry about your neighborhood. Why? Don't worry about what we're doing. Trust that we do it better. Everything you do, we do it better. Everything you do, we do it better. So again, YouTube, I'm here to regulate these gangster Karen. Find out that this guy doesn't even care about the South Side. He just cares about himself. He wasn't talking about putting anybody else on, but he was just wanting to work with Goldtoes, just him. And then because we're kind of seeing that he's a little, then we're like, yeah, hold on, let's just stay where we're at. We'll get to him when we start to guess who did we go to next? Doughboy 909, another real one. Another positive guy. We got them cookies deal. We got a bunch of things going for him. That makes sense, right? It's Southsiders. We don't think about them as Southsiders, but we think about them as artists, as men, as Mexican, Latino, Salvadoran, Central American, South American men, bro. Puerto Rican men. You feel me? Boricua. We see you as men, not as little children. So please act like a man and conduct business as a professional and as a gentleman. Just because you say it in a cool way doesn't change the fact that you're acting like a buffoon. You're worse than fools gone wild in fool community because you're pretending to be something that you're not. At least they're being fools. You're pretending to be all high power, all honorable. You're a top fool like LA Icon, if any. The most. That's what you are, my boy. Goldtoes isn't worried about you. Look at how much successful he's become. You're calling a woman a slut and calling Jenny 6 months. She's a mother, bro. She has a son. She has a husband. You're calling her overpaid slut or thing. You're dishonoring women, but then you're over here talking about how great the woman is and how great your wife is. That woman is a wife of another man. Whenever I talked about Jenny, bro, I've always talked about her in a good way. Even when I was joking, kind of flirting, all that. What I mean is it was always positive leaning. You could even hear Cam Capone being like kind of questioning you in his voice. So it's not honorable no matter how you look at it. And Lefty, just like Lefty, bro, you guys all are the same, bro. Even Hater World, you guys like get mad at girls. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Getting mad at a girl is the strangest thing I've seen. So again, Bozo, you get mad at girls. You're disrespecting Jenny. You disrespect rappers that aren't gangsters, that just kick it with gangsters. The younger guys that you were hating on like Crook and C&J or C&G or whatever his name is. Bro, you gotta stop. Your behavior is not with it. And this is why people are attacking you like weird fools like G-Face. I wouldn't support G-Face. Just so you know, bro, when they did that, I didn't make a video on you. Even if it was real, I wasn't even gonna make a video on you because I'm not trying to be a leech. You're trying to say like they're what's the word? Like you're being a cancer. You're like a cancer on something, right? You're trying to say you are, bro. You're out in the media space because your music doesn't speak for you. Most artists don't need to get interviews. I mean, their music already speaks for themselves, but you need to throw your personality in there and shocking, words that don't make no sense at all, bro. You're talking about being a family man, but then you disrespect a family woman. Jenny 69 is an honorable woman. When you meet her, dog, she's all about business. She's a good person. She's beautiful. She is. And she's provocative. And you can be provocative, bro, just like you. I think you hate yourself, bro, because everything you talk about, you are. You're the worst part of Jenny 69. You're the worst part of all of us. You almost got me to crash out on you. I'm with the business, bro. I'm not like one of these other guys, homie. But when we meet, you'll feel it. And you know what's sad? We could do so much good work together. You and Goldtoes could do amazing work together. Your two personalities. You'd like Goldtoes. Goldtoes would like you. That's what's sad to me, bro. Is the opportunities are lost because you feel this way. But I hope and pray we can come to an understanding in the future and try, if it has to be 100 turkeys, try to come to some understanding that it's not to do with gang politics, but about making good music, providing for our families, and reaching our goals together. not apart. So stop it. I advocated you to meet Goldtoes and for him to check in with you. I tried to get you on the food community, and then I let go a bunch of videos when people were hating on you and trying to send me all these audios about you. But this time, when you actually say my name on a major platform and disrespect and dishonor my homeboy, me, Jenny69, and my whole community, bro, I had to say something. But this ain't over, homie. And I hope you step up and be a grown man, not a clown. This is your boy Pocho1 of the Pocho Live podcast. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and support a real one in the field. Go check out Goldtoes. Go check out Bozo. Go check out them all, man. Swifty, everybody. I want everybody to win. Even while we go through all this, I still want everybody to win. This is your boy Pocho1, and I'm out.